Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward for Lettermen Row, BuckIQ. For the first time, we've got former Ohio State wide receiver Terry McLaurin. Probably weird to still hear that in here for a little BuckIQ to talk about why he's rising up these draft boards. And Terry, you go Senior Bowl, NFL Combine in Indy in your hometown, Pro Day. You're turning heads. What have these last couple months been like for you?
It's a lot of faith and hard work that have come to fruition for me. I had a plan going in of how I wanted to execute this pre-draft process and just try to put myself in the best position to be drafted as high as possible. And I felt like I've maximized the Senior Bowl, the Combine, and Pro Day. So now it's kind of like the waiting game.
I know you've talked about this a bunch. You'll go anywhere that wants you, good fit. You're not going to pick it, but you have to maybe have seen the latest mock drafts that had you going to the Colts, now all the way up in the first round. Are you paying attention to it? I'm sure people are blowing you up about it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not pay attention to it in the sense of it's my hometown, so I have a lot of my family, my friends hitting me up about it and things like that. But a good job that my agent helps me is just a starting point, and I want to be as drafted as high as possible. So I'll be blessed to be drafted anywhere. But obviously that was kind of cool to see, just to see how far I've come through in this process, and this should be considered first round is really cool. So I feel like my hard work and my performance has spoke to that possibility.
We've seen that rise over the last several years here with the Buckeyes for Terry McLaurin. It didn't just happen in the last couple of months, and you guys always talk about how your film is your resume. But we've got some of that to break down of Terry McLaurin here as he heads to the NFL. So let's go ahead and roll the tape.
Sweet.
All right, Terry, this one we go back now a little over a year to the 2017 Big Ten Championship game, and a different quarterback throwing the football, but back in your hometown, making something happen. It looked like a pretty straightforward route.
Yeah. And in this play, if you rewind it for me, this was a 4 vertical concept. It was kind of game plan specific for Wisconsin that week. What people don't necessarily realize, we motioned out Paris to the boundary to get a one-on-one matchup. This is his vertical. I have the over the ball, deep seam. So if people see this play, they may notice it on Madden. This is the same Madden 4 vertical.
Just everybody go.
Yeah, you hit A, and A's wide open. So when you see this bubble, if you rewind it for me real quick, Mike ran a bubble, and it takes this safety out of the play. So then it puts this safety right here in a bind. He either has to guard Austin or me on this vertical. And, I mean, pick your poison. He could have gone to Austin, and he probably would have scored too. We still joke about that because I think Austin may have got ran down. Yeah. But
it almost looks like JT picked the wrong one, does it?
To be honest, we were practicing all week for it to come to me because we felt like we were going to get the perfect look. I remember we looked over to the sideline. We got the look that we wanted, and JT threw a great ball. He threw me to green grass, so he threw me away from that defender, and I just wanted to do the rest with my speed.
The speed picks up. Then there was that celebration for Indy. I remember talking to you after the game, how happy you were to do that there. And we might cut it off here, but guess what? Here's another touchdown to that same end zone the next year.
I love Indianapolis, and I had some success in that stadium. This was a huge play. I remember they had scored, I think, this drive before, and they were kind of starting to gain a little bit of momentum. And we came to the sideline, and Coach Myers asking, what do you like? What do you like? And I'm like, man, I like a double move. They're backing up off of us. We hit a couple of deep balls on them. It's like, use a double move, hook and go. And, Coach Day actually called all go, so there's no hook there. I'm like, I told Dwayne coming out the huddle, I'm like, listen, I'm double moving it. So you do what you want with that. And he threw it, and he pumped it perfectly, and we hit the play, and it was a great momentum shift for us going into the half.
This is it's like, 3rd and 20. You remember some other teams in the past, it might just been content to play field position, but you and Dwayne hook up here, and he takes a shot. He's got the faith in you.
Yeah.
And that tells you all you need to know about the way this offense was rolling last year, I think.
I mean, when you have that type of chemistry with your quarterback and your offensive coordinator, your head coach, to make a play when you need it, that's when you have a really great offense. Dwayne looked off the safety perfectly and put the ball where only I could get it. I could have saved him a little bit more grass, but he put it right in my breadbasket, and it was a big play for us. So that was a big momentum shift.
Another big touchdown there in Indy, but you guys might not have been there without another set of gold pants claimed there in the game. Here's some of that celebration there for you. This wasn't a touchdown for you. You got a bunch of them in your career, but I remember just the celebration for this play. It's just one first down, but, man, it seemed to mean a lot to you guys.
I mean, if people were watching this game closely, we were killing team up north on crossers. They were an in-your-face man team, and we wanted to kill them on crossers. Coach Day really brought that to our offense when he came here. And this was a compliment off of our crossers concept. just with pivots. And I wanted to sell that crosser, get some speed, get my eyes to Dwayne to have number 24, thinking I was going to run a drag route. And then as soon as I got to about the tackles area, right over here where Isaiah is, I wanted to come out of it fast, stay flat, and give Dwayne a open target.
And the way you finish here, Terry, for everyone who just thought, if there's NFL teams that are wondering, is he a speed guy, is he this or that?
Right.
I think the way you finish here probably sends a pretty strong message.
Well, most definitely. I remember catching this ball and turning around and seeing 36, and I'm like, I have one or two options. I could either run out of bounds or I could run through him. And my mentality was serious. I'm going to run through him and get the first down. I know what that would do for our team, get us hype and get us just send a message to their defense that we came to play, and not just our offensive linemen who set the tone, our defensive linemen, but receivers from top to bottom. Ohio State came to put a punish in them.
Yeah, there was a guy over there on the sideline that seemed to enjoy it pretty well too.
Yeah, Coach Meyer. his patent punches right there.
There you go. That's a tone setter. The other thing, and we can't talk about Terry McLaurin and his draft stock without this. I mean, the guy goes out as a senior, and he's still chasing down punts. This was a game where you didn't do a lot offensively, to be honest, but you and Drew Chrisman hooked up almost as special teams MVPs to make the difference. Well,
people don't appreciate the difference that this makes in the game. If people remember this game correctly, we were kind of struggling on offense, but people may have thought our defense were playing great. But the reason why they were playing so great because Drew and our special teams we were playing downhill. And there's a board in Ohio State's team room that shows percentages of team scoring on different places on the field. So if they are inside their own 5, inside their own 10, they have a 10% chance of scoring. So Drew put it perfectly. We practice this every Thursday before each and every game. He wants to hit the 8-yard line. I saw it going a little deep, and I just wanted to keep it out of there, and Liam did a great job stopping it. Drew put it right on the money. But this was a great game because Johnny had some, I had some, and that was the difference in the game. I mean, it wasn't nothing necessarily schematically we did, but great special teams play.
Yeah, one set up a safety, one led to a defensive touchdown, and, of course, it led to a big win. Terry McLaurin was a part of a lot of those at Ohio State. Somebody at the next level is going to get somebody to help them out win in the NFL. We'll see in a few weeks where that's going to be. But this is why Terry McLaurin is going to hear his name called in that NFL draft. So we appreciate Terry hanging out with us here at Lettermen Row. This has been BuckIQ for Terry. I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate it.